So you are on your no-FAP journey and you have accumulated a decent number of days under your belt. And you're waiting for the so-called superpowers to hit you. However, you don't really feel them or have felt them for a few days before they just disappeared. Where are they, these mystical superpowers? Even though you feel better than you felt while you were hooked to PMO, you're still not there yet. You see, no-FAP blocks one gateway of instant gratification. Let's imagine your brain as a pool, and there are several pipelines going into this pool and filling it with water. Each of these pipelines represents something. When a person is hooked to PMO, one particular pipeline delivers absolutely contaminated toxic liquid to this pool. And over time, the pool turns black and toxic. And bam! Anxiety, depression, and lack of motivation hits you. When you go on no-FAP, you have essentially cleared that pipeline. Now that pipeline delivers crystal clear water back into your pool. But what about the other pipelines? If you are still eating fast food, a pipeline is still delivering toxic liquid into your pool. If you are still binge watching shows on Netflix, one pipeline is still out there contaminating your pool. If you don't have a fixed sleep schedule, another pipeline is contaminating your pool. I'm speaking from experience. You could be on day 100 of your no-FAP journey and still feel like shit because your brain is being contaminated by other sources other than PMO. Sometimes when you're on this journey, you forget that no-FAP is a subcomponent of an even bigger movement, the rejection of instant gratification. That is the bigger movement. So if you truly want to see these crazy superpowers, which includes hyper-focus, motivation, and improved energy levels, then you have to make sure your pool is not being contaminated by any of these other sources. You have to cut off all the other sources of instant gratification. Because if you're on no-FAP and still eating fast food and playing 6 hours of video games a day, then you have merely traded one addiction for the other. And the net content of your pool remains the same old toxic garbage. The three pipelines that you must absolutely clear are the pipelines of food intake, sleep schedule, and physical activity. If you're pumping crystal clear liquid into your pool via all these three pipelines, then you should be feeling the presence of these superpowers much sooner. However, if you have previously lived the life of an absolute degenerate, meaning you have been PMOing for years and eating garbage for years and pursuing all your hedonistic desires, then you need to understand that your current content of your pool is just filled with toxins in it. And it is going to take some time for the fresh water from your pipelines to clear this toxic mess that's in your head. This is why you hear all these crazy posts about people being on a flatline for ages. It is essentially your brain recalibrating itself. However, hope is not lost. If you fall into this category where the superpowers are not hitting you due to long flatlines, then you need to start fasting. With fasting, you can greatly accelerate the process of clearing the contamination of your pool. Think about it this way. When you do a fast, let's say something between 20 hours to 24 hours, you rapidly change the contents of your pool. It's like pouring a large tanker full of clear water into this contaminated mess. This will make you feel better almost instantly. My experience has been that 10 days of no-FAP with fasting for 18 to 24 hours is equivalent to 40 or even 50 days of no-FAP without fasting. I shall soon be making a video of a step-by-step guide on fasting for no-FAP. Make sure to check it out. There you have it, folks. This was the exact model that I used during my no-FAP journey that yielded significant benefits. No-FAP is a step in the right direction. However, if you're taking steps in the opposite direction, then you're not going to feel the benefits of no-FAP. Clear those pipelines and watch those superpowers double up. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to drop a like. And if you're interested in more content centered around self-improvement, make sure to subscribe. Thank you.